Hello and welcome to this edition of Behind the Story with Business Today. And you must be, whenever you want to go someplace, you would be of course researching on the internet. At least I do it quite frequently. And then in terms of flights, in terms of hotels, you get all these companies like MakeMyTrip.com and ClearTrip.com and Ibibo and Expedia and several others who help you with the bookings, both flights and as well as hotels. So one of the companies there is Ibibo, and we are doing a story on the company. And Ibibo, of course, has gone through several shifts. Right. So Manu, of course, is assistant editor with Business Today. So Manu, why don't you tell us how you spotted this story and what made you think that we could do a story out of Ibibo?
Idea to do this story was basically driven by the fact that at one point this company was very big, in the e-commerce space. You look at 4 or 5 key verticals in e-commerce. One is product commerce. They were there in trade through traders. One was Go Ibibo, which is the travel platform which is competing with Make My Trip, Yatra and curated. Then they had a payments business called PayU. It was doing good. They had good clients like Snapdeal and Book My Show and several other thousands of merchants were using the platform. And fourth business was their car classified business, which was Gaadi.com. Okay. So they were pretty much into most of the high growth sectors in the e-commerce. This was, I'm talking about till like 3-4 years ago. Okay. And traders used to be a big fit for them in the e-commerce, which they were trying to compete with the likes of Flipkart and Snapdeal and Amazon's. But now
right?
Traders.com, actually they're shutting down Traders pretty soon. Apparently they're going to move out of every business which is not about travel and logistics.
Okay. So what are they going to focus on?
Only travel at the moment. And makes sense because it's the largest segment within the e-commerce. If you look at the whole e-commerce business, the 70% of the pie is still travel. 30% is, among all other things like product commerce. You have all these Snapdeal and all that companies.
Really, travel is bigger than Snapdeal and what these guys
Product
say.
commerce, yeah.
Product commerce. That's very interesting. I didn't know. Actually, so what do you make of this strategy? Do you think it's a good strategy? And
they are late in the game, no doubt about that. But they have made some good moves. The acquisition of Redbus last year apparently, was a good move. It's a clear leader, in the market space. Though the bus segment in itself is not very big, but being a leader, they have high recall value when it comes to bus. Apparently, they have acquired a lot of B2B businesses in the air travel segment, which is giving them some market share.
Okay, good. So, what did the CEO tell you? Does he have any projections? What's his feeling? Is he upbeat?
So apparently they're trying to focus more on non-air revenues, like hotels is one segment, bus is another. Hotels is going to be a big market because the penetration right now is about 17%. So there is a huge scope to. I'm talking about online penetration. Yeah. So these guys are just putting up listings of hotels on their website right now. I think it's about 16,000 hotels across India, and they have a team of around 200 people on ground who are just going and asking hotels, small unbranded hotel chains to register with them. So idea is to grow this to about 50,000 in a year. Looks daunting, but you have to take by what he says.
Thanks, Manu. Actually, it's very, very interesting. The CEO of Ibibo, Ashish Kashyap, is a very ambitious man and a very skillful man as well. So we'll wish him luck, and we'll keep track of the developments. But you should keep track of this story in the magazine. Buy the next issue and read the story. Tell us what you think about it. Thank you.